Hey everyone, welcome to Collector Chatter. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit of some Pokemon cards and, of course, some Funko news as well.
Collecting is the way.
Now sit back for the thrill as we bring you some joy.
Now let's chat.
Everyone, welcome back to Collector Chatter. This is episode 122. I'm Migs here with Trey and Charlie, and we're back with another episode. Today is going to be packed with a lot of stuff, and we're going to talk about for the first time, which I think is where we're going to start it off, is some Pokemon cards. You guys do know that we have been, talking about cards in general, collecting. We've been ripping. Trey's been ripping stuff all the time. You're seeing tons of UFC, WWE. We obviously have baseball, football, that kind of stuff. But none of us have really spoken too much about Pokemon. And we obviously know it's massive. We all are fans of it. But we did want to talk about this latest drop just because it's huge. It's massive. Pokemon really has been massive for a while, but this drop has just been crazy.
Same.
And I'm, of course, talking about the Prismatic Evolutions, which just recently came out. And if you guys, if you were living under a rock, who knows, because TikTok was gone. So maybe you guys haven't seen this, but, TikTok is back. But there was some crazy videos of people at Costco, Target, like all these crazy places. I don't know what you guys think about this, but it's pretty bananas. And it's kind of crazy that this is still a thing. And people are going this crazy over this.
I was reading that they're saying the craziness of chasing down these products is at an all-time high, even bigger than when it was during the pandemic when people were going nuts. People are fighting over them. Obviously, the Prismatic Evolutions is the newest set, which has been impossible to get. The Elite Trainer boxes are impossible to get, like all the other stuff, just packs. But then also Costco came out with like an exclusive set from like the 151, which is really popular about a year or so ago.
Yeah.
But people are like fighting people in the store over it, like decking them out, taking pallets, like shoving the workers out of the way. And like, this isn't like at one, I feel like when this happens sometimes for product releases and you'll see a viral video, it's like one. I think I've seen like 5 to 10 different Costco's where people are beating the shit out of people to get these. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy, but what's also funny is like I kind of been wanting to get into Pokemon. I'm like, wow, when I want to get back into it, it's impossible to get.
Like, do you want to get into Pokemon because you want to start fighting people at Costco, or like,
no,
you want to bring the boom? Is it?
Yeah,
you want to
boom, boom.
Check it out. There was some booms going on. It was wild. I don't know. Did you see some of that stuff, Trey? It was pretty crazy.
I did. I did see a lot of that, and it's crazy because like I went to like a GameStop, right, just to kind of see like, hey, are y'all getting stuff? What are y'all getting? Are y'all getting extras? And I think I had went like on a Tuesday, and there was already somebody outside of GameStop waiting.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
for the release on Friday.
Right. They did only, from what the manager told me, they only had like one extra ETB and then like a few other things. So like, I think the guy that was waiting didn't pre-order because all the other stuff was pre-orders. So that guy was literally there since Tuesday. And
That's insane.
That is insane. The dedication, you know what I mean? But yeah, all the fighting stuff, I was like, dude, that's insane. Like, where I'm at, there's not a Costco. There's Sam's, but yeah, like I think I mentioned to y'all, like we only have one Target, or now we have two, but like people go crazy for that stuff here. Like they are literally already fighting for stuff, especially during the pandemic. That was even harder to get anything. So I haven't gone anywhere in the last few days just because, here in Texas, it's actually cold now. So, the roads are shutting down. Like, we're not used to this. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater here on YouTube. If you're not watching, check us out on YouTube and feel free to like the video. Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm afraid to go anywhere, but yeah. I'll just wait till I catch it. Probably both. Probably both.
I ran errands today, did stuff.
I had work
outside.
today.
Migs had work.
I barely wanted to get groceries. Like
I didn't want to go, but
yeah. Well,
But yeah, it's cold. It's cold over here. We're in like single
It's definitely
digits.
cold.
You know, not to go off on a random tangent, but yeah, back to the Pokemon stuff. It definitely, yeah, it reminded me of, I remember like the COVID times where it was crazy and the Targets had to put up those pictures that said like only this amount per
Mine had
person. You
those
could only buy
today.
them on a specific day. Like you just couldn't go in at any time. And then it seemed like that kind of died out because obviously Pokemon's had this hype in the past and it's kind of gone and come and gone. And so back and forth. But recently I feel like it's gotten a little bit more popular with like the Whatnots of the world and these other places that like happen to do shows, and then the Logan Pauls and all these like famous people started getting into Pokemon, and obviously that probably blew it up even more. But recently I feel like I see Pokemon boxes all the time because there's just so many different sets, and that's kind of one reason why I haven't really jumped into it, because it's like, where do I start? There's like so many different things. I gotta buy something that has nothing in it. But like I saw this was like a top thing that everyone was going crazy for, and the Costco videos were the first ones because they had that specialty like big box.
Yeah.
And I think it was some places had 10 max and some were like 5, throwing them in shopping carts or tackling people, ripping them out of their hands. I'm like, this is just getting insane. And I don't get it, but I mean, they're all hunting for like these specific, you know, there's like one card that's like specifically really high value right now. But I don't know if you saw this at all, Charlie or Trey, but obviously the hype is big right now. And there's like a specific card everyone's kind of hunting, but there's a few that are, you know, pretty decently priced cards. But that big one is like going up, and like the resellers and everything are just going crazy. But I was watching this guy and he was saying some stuff about how Pokemon, and I think we'll appreciate this, but like Pokemon in general, like they don't like that. And they know when that's happening.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is like they'll just print more stuff.
Yeah, they'll reprint.
And they'll flood stuff and reprint it to screw with that value and those resellers. So if you're really like thinking that's still going to be a thing, like supposedly it's not. They're going to come back out. They're going to reprint stuff. It's going to be more available. So it's more like a don't go spend thousands of dollars on something when eventually it'll be more accessible. And that's probably why we do see so much Pokemon stuff out, because they do that. And I kind of appreciate that in a way. Like, yeah, it's great to like not, and you know, the rush of getting something, but don't get like bamboozled into something. May not end up
for sure. I mean, that's anything too, right? With like even with Funko stuff, the whole FOMO. I think that's what it is. I think maybe even Diss Trackers posted a while back that Pokemon sent a statement saying that, you know, yes, they know
they're gonna
that
reprint.
They're going to reprint, which is a good thing. I think they've always done that. Even now, like, yes, they won't reprint, you know, older stuff. I think after a certain time, they won't reprint anymore. So, which is pretty cool. Because, you know, I didn't get anything. I tried looking online, you know, catch any restocks, but, you know, and it's funny too, because like I was talking to you guys, you know, I was rearranging my stuff. It's funny because I actually found like a Celebrations ETB just in one of my boxes. I forgot I even bought it. It's funny.
Dude, it's the Pokemon gods calling to you that got to catch them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, have like been trying to get this set online, but yeah, at retail, I'm not going to go and pay these crazy prices. Like I have a card local store right by me. They're like posting on their Instagram, like, come in, we have product. And it's like the ETB, they're selling it for like $150. So I'm just like, this is just, it's just so slimy to me.
That is. And especially with like stores like that, because I have seen some posts that stores understand like the resellers, right? Like I saw one video where the store owner literally came out and said, I understand, you know, this is a very high item. I could sell it on TCG for 150 or whatever the case may be. He's like, but I know you guys want this, so you know they sold it at retail, which is pretty awesome. Not a lot of some stores do that, you know, but we do know some of them, you know, do mark them up, which does suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. But it's been exciting. Like it's in the community of collecting in general. Like people are pumped about this, and it is fun. At least in my opinion, even though I haven't been able to get them, like trying to get it. I haven't really had that feeling in a very, very long time.
Have you grabbed other stuff? Because I think you said you're kind of
I started to
starting
get
some packs.
Yeah, I've got a few Pokemon cards packs of just other sets, like you said, that are still available, that are still part of like the Scarlet Violet era that's happening right now. I haven't opened them yet though, because I am going to try to make some videos of the Pokemon cards, because I do feel like I'm going to get into them again. But we will see, because I've been doing like, I don't know, I've gone down the rabbit hole of YouTube for Pokemon cards.
Yeah, dude,
I mean, it happens. That's how I am with top stuff. I watch like so many YouTube channels ripping everything, comparing boxes. Is it worth it? Is it not?
Yeah, same thing with me. I've been looking at all the WWE stuff, and again, there's evolution packs in here. They're tins. I forgot I had these. I totally forgot.
When were you like? Did you used to collect Pokemon?
I used to. Well, I wanted the evolutions.
Okay.
Like evolutions, what is it, XY or whatever?
Yeah.
I wanted those because those were the like reprints of the old stuff, right? Yep. So that's what I wanted, and I was like, hell yeah! And then I would find these occasionally, and I'd buy them, and I probably got so busy with something else, I just totally forgot. And I'm starting to
fire in there, Trey.
I probably do.
Just like that other pack.
Stay tuned. Yeah, this was. I think I bought these like 2, 3, probably during the pandemic, to be honest.
Damn.
So stay tuned for that short. I'm sure it's coming.
Rip those. That's gonna be pretty good. But yeah, definitely let us know, you guys out there, because we haven't really talked about this. I think we had a fan or commenter out there at one point did say something about Pokemon, and yeah, like we'll obviously talk about it, especially if it's like news related and something's hot or what's coming out, kind of give you our part. And if we do have stuff to rip, obviously we'll show you. But let us know what you guys think. Like, what do you feel about this hype? Is it just, gonna come and go? Are you excited about this? Does it make you more excited for, that TCG in general? Or, it's not going anywhere, but we know it's just going to continue to come out with new sets. So this just seems to be like one of the hottest ones in a while. So it's going to be interesting to see what's like next, and if this is going to be more available, like we were saying, which, hopefully it is, because it would be cool to kind of like just try to get some of these or pull something out of it. Hopefully, because they look pretty sick. Like the actual cards.
Migs, you gonna get some? You gonna get some, Migs?
I mean, if it's like available, I'm not gonna pay at all anything. None of us are, whatever. So
none of us are gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm not that hyped into it, but I wouldn't mind ripping some. Like I said, I've been watching stuff too. And then my freaking Instagram feed suddenly, just because I started watching those ones of people fighting. Now it's like all these videos of this stuff. Like I've sent,
and they're all like different angles, right? Of the same fight, just different angles now.
But it's like it's either the fighting or it's like people that are getting it, or I don't know where I saw it, but there was one guy that had like 50 of those boxes in like a room lined up like a wall. And like I was like, oh, I think Dr. Applesauce was ripping that person. Yeah. And it wasn't him that had it, but he was talking about the guy that had it. And I was like, why would someone have? That's just insane.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I did see a few people on Instagram that had a lot, right? And it's probably the same people that, well, actually, it is the same people that go to the Funko Hollywood and they buy a bunch of, cases, right? Or master cases, and they are a known whatnot seller. So I get it at the same, like on that aspect, right? Because they need product for their fans or whatever. And they know people are going to buy it. But it does suck for, like Charlie. Charlie's wanting, to buy some. And
exactly.
These guys have a bunch, and Charlie could barely get, a single pack.
None.
Yeah.
I actually went to Target today for other reasons, but I got to go check out the card section now. And it's funny. The Pokemon section normally has, like you said, makes some random sets that, maybe aren't as popular, that no one really wants. The entire thing was empty. Like it's almost as people came and were just like, oh, if I can't get that, I'm just going to get something. There's like not one piece of product left. I've never seen it before.
Wow.
That's interesting. I have to check out a store. I haven't been to one in a little bit, but I'll make sure to take a look for you guys. So we'll see. If you haven't already, like the video. If you were watching it on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you guys. Like it over there. You can even interact on Spotify, etc. And if you're on one, go check us out on the other one. Kind of help back and forth. Definitely help us out.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. You can even have it playing while you're watching it over here.
You can even listen to
Same
old
time.
episodes.
Save
We
time.
had someone comment on one of our videos from a really old episode.
yeah,
which I was like, that was wild.
Random.
Yeah.
Check out the old ones. Yeah, we got some good stuff on there. But yeah, let us, Charlie and Trey, whatever you guys want to say to let us go or to follow us, all the goodies.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can
episode.
find us at Collector Chatter and then at STX_collectibles, at Pop_Migs, and at Collector_Charlie. That's all of our handles where you can go find us on Instagram, and make sure you interact with us on those platforms as well, not just on YouTube. And like Mig said, you can go on Spotify and you can interact with us there. Keep the comments coming. We love the comments. Once again, we say this all the time, but let us know if there's any other ideas of things you want us bring in to the show, any things you want us to talk about, because we will. We take everyone's opinions extremely seriously, and we want to give the fans what they want, because as you can see, we've been kind of really owning our name, I feel like, this year as Collector Chatter, not just talking about Funko product, and we're only going to do more and more. So yeah, Trey, anything you want to add?
Just like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because you do not want to miss this next episode. It's going to be good. Really good.
Really good. So we'll leave you with that.
It might be one of our top episodes, honestly.
I completely agree. With that said, collecting is the way. Later, everyone.
Peace.
Later.